Cook with me from the Cantry. Tonight I'm making some buffalo chicken pizza and some hot Italian and pepperoni pizza from scratch. The pizza dough recipe that I'm following is a recipe that I found on the Food Network app by Bobby Flay. I'll post the recipe in the description of the video so everybody has it. Here I am adding my flour into a flour sifter because in the comments on the recipe people suggested to do this because it'll help create a crispier crust. I did have a crispy crust on my pizza. Whether this assisted in that or not, I'm not too sure. Next, I'm just adding some sugar into my flour. The next thing I'm doing is adding 1.5 cups of warm water to my flour mixture. It needs to be around 110 degrees. This is way too hot, so I need to cool it down. Next, I'm adding in some instant yeast to my flour and sugar mixture. I'm going to pop this onto the stand and give it a good mix with my dough hook. Now I am adding some kosher salt to my flour and yeast mixture. I made sure to mix it up first though before adding it on top. I'm adding a little bit of olive oil now into my dough mixture. I'm also going to add a little bit into the bowl that I'm going to have my dough resting in so it doesn't stick. I ended up accidentally adding a little bit too much, so the extra olive oil I just put right into my dough mixture. My water is now at 114 degrees. I'm going to add it into my dough and let it run. Now that it's come together in a rough shaggy dough, I'm going to go ahead and toss it onto a lightly floured surface and just give it a few more kneads for a few more minutes until it becomes a little bit more of a light springy ball. And then I'm going to go ahead and add that into my lightly oiled bowl and let it rise for the next hour. Now that my dough has doubled in size, I'm adding it to some lightly floured parchment paper to cut it in half. I'm going to just roll it into a little bit of a ball here and then let it go ahead and sit for 10 more minutes while I get everything else together. I'm now going to shape my first pizza into a 12-inch round pizza dough just so that it'll fit onto my pizza tray that's in the oven currently. It's been in there for a while heating up so that it'll hopefully help my crust get nice and crispy. Why am I not using a rolling pin? I don't know. Felt like using my fingers. It worked. It was still good. Because I didn't know how the best way to do this would be to transfer it after I made the pizza, I just made the pizza on the tray. So this is going to be my buffalo chicken pizza. I also didn't realize that this cut off when I was making this, so unfortunately I only have the end result, not the entire result being made. Next up, I'm repeating the same process of rolling out my dough for my next pizza. This next pizza is going to be going on a pizza stone that has also been in the oven, 450 degrees for about 20 minutes so that it'll make the crust nice and crispy. This is going to be the hot Italian sausage and pepperoni pizza that I'm making. Again, same thing. I took the pizza stone out of the oven because I didn't know the best way to transfer it, so I'm just making it right on top of a really hot stone. I feel like this actually wasn't too bad because the crust was kind of cooking and getting crispy while I was creating my pizza and building it on top of it. Also, I don't have pizza sauce canned yet because I haven't made any, so I'm just using Prego sauce that was out of my pantry. I couldn't tell that it was spaghetti sauce over pizza sauce. It was actually really good. Next, I'm just creating a butter, parmesan, and garlic powder butter sauce that I am going to use on both of my pizzas. I cooked my pizzas for 13 minutes, coated the crust in this butter sauce, and then popped back in for another 5 minutes until they were golden brown and delicious on the outside. And here's the final result, the buffalo chicken pizza and the hot Italian and pepperoni pizzas from the Cantry. I hope you enjoy.